Are you ready? Here we go. Your introduction will become legendary. The bitch is back.
It's been said before, on many occasions.
I think that was an ad lib, actually. I
just inspired it in the moment.
No, that's a great intro, though, isn't it? For a highly charged dynamic
and
show.
Also an interesting thing where, that's for a woman. You would never say that if it was a male lawyer.
Well,
do you know what I mean? All
Depends.
of a sudden, you're a woman in a place, in a position of power, and you're a bitch. If you're powerful, if you're a man, you're something else.
You have this very interesting chemistry, which is seen almost from a distance a lot. But there is such I don't know if it's going to be like this the whole season or not, because there were 92 twists and turns. But what am I in for with the two of you?
You're in for a lot of charged tension. I think we vicariously interact. We talk a lot about each other, and often not nicely, which really fuels the scenes for when we actually do interact. Because Maya, Robin's character, Maya, she's relentless in her pursuit of my character, Sevy Johnson, who's this huge movie star who's on trial for murder. And it's high stakes. I mean, it's my life, my lifestyle, my family, and we are both prepared to go by any means necessary to prove who's right. And so those scenes where we do come together are really highly charged. And I remember one specific one where tears were flowing and we were going at each other. But what's nice is that we do get to actually talk to each other on a human level. I get to actually ask her, is this, your own personal crusade to save face, as opposed to a pursuit of justice? And in the show, we get to look at the flaws of each character, not just mine.
Yeah. And it's interesting, I think my character played by all the rules during the first trial and has a very strong sense of right and wrong. And you kind of see slowly through the season, I'm getting corrupted because I want to win. And what that looks like and what that feels like, even if your intentions are completely pure, that okay, the law doesn't always work. And how do I get it where if this person murdered before, that's where he belongs, behind bars.
But what you're willing to give up in the name of justice. I mean, we see early on that you have to say
my
goodbye.
super hot boyfriend back home at the farm.
TV's Mark Lucas.
Yeah, I loved him. He's great. He's such a good actor,
good.
and he really does. He's a cowboy.
He'd
be like, hey, he'd come back, he'd be working, he'd be like, hey, I built a structure, stone with a roof. What did you do this weekend? I mean, he literally builds
He's the
buildings.
John Wayne of the show.
He's kind of amazing, and he's had oh yeah, my face got ripped open by a 2x4. I was building a pool for my children. It's crazy what he can do.
But I do question what you said, though. What she's willing to give up for justice. And I think what the show does, it questions whether it's justice or narcissism.
I like that you don't have to disguise your accent. You've had so many different accents.
You man, in 20 years, I actually forgot what my own accent sounded like. And but Marsha was insistent on, having him be British because it brought a different dynamic to the show, made it more international, I think, and also distinguished it from...
Different from being,
the OJ,
do you said the word? No, I'm
well,
kidding.
I mean,
Okay.
I have to put it out there
different-
because there will be obvious parallels. But the one thing that we know is different from the OJ trial to the fix is we know the outcome in the OJ trial. In the fix, you don't. So, but yeah, it was a huge relief to be able to not have to put on that added layer of an accent and just be myself. And
sorry.
no, that was
I've
it.
got this. I have 15 seconds left to say, what was Marsha Clark's influence on you?
It was huge. I mean, she was there. She's a writer. She's a creator. She was really there. It's not just her name sort of lending itself as... She's not somebody who's advising. She is a creator. And it was wonderful because of her history and her life experience. She was able to write dialogue for me that nobody else could. And she knew what this character was sort of feeling at times. But she wasn't protective over making her perfect. It didn't seem like her own vanity was getting in the way of, how she made decisions. Like I said, I do some morally dubious things along the way because I want to win.